What's going on, guys? And thank you for tuning in to the Survivor Series review. Now, real simple, this pay-per-view was amazing. Okay, I was thoroughly entertained from start to finish. So here we go. The United States title match, perfect match for this pay-per-view. I think having Morrison get the shot instead of Zack Ryder, if they weren't going to take the belt off of him, they had a better match than Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder can have. Without question. On a pay-per-view of this magnitude, it needed to be Dolph Ziggler versus John Morrison because it sells better. I know people are they're prisoners of the moment a lot of times, and even I have been there. I was there when I did the prediction video Friday night late, but you have to look at the broad scheme of things. Zack Ryder is going to get over the hump. He's going to win the United States title. He's probably going to win it from Dolph Ziggler, and it's probably going to happen TLC or the Royal Rumble. But it's not right now. This match was right for right now. The Divas title was absolutely perfect. Oh, by the way, Dolph Ziggler wins that, and Ryder comes out after, hits the Rough Rider, poses, woo, woo, woo. You know. Anyway, the Divas title to me was absolutely a fantastic match. I didn't see one screw up throughout the whole thing, except for at the end when Beth Phoenix was giving her the glam slam, giving Eve the glam slam from the middle turnbuckle. Eve always does this one thing. She's got her arms back behind her because that's how Beth picks you up. Well, when Beth lets go and grabs you around the waist, every time Eve's arms go from here to here, and she's still up in the air. Now, she's not the only one that does it, but she's the only one that does it as much as she does it every time. Every time she takes a glam slam, she botches it. Well, she doesn't really botch it, but she just makes it look too staged. I mean, I am all about making it look as good as possible. And that's my only gripe on Eve, because she's come so far in the last year and a half, but it's just not right. I don't like it. You know what? Maybe this isn't me. Okay, you don't like something. Well, I think it looks shitty. Every time she does it, it's just like Beth always holds them up for a minute and then goes down. She doesn't just go boom, boom, one fluid motion. I mean, she holds them up to show that she is the Glamazon, that she has power, that she's stronger than the other divas. And she screws that spot up every time. So yeah, it's a pet peeve, and yeah, it kind of makes me mad when I see it. Especially after this match, because this match was fantastic. Anyway, moving on, Beth retains. 2 for 2 at this point with predictions. This right here is where I went prisoner of the moment. I said, yeah, Mason Ryan's going to be the sole survivor for Team Morton, and Team Morton's going to win. Not right. Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes were the sole survivors for their team. Mason Ryan got pretty much slaughtered by Cody Rhodes, which actually needed to happen because Cody Rhodes needed that. For weeks, for like 2 weeks, or ever since the match was announced, I kept thinking, they need to have Cody Rhodes win this. They need to have him go over to boost him up even further, because anybody else, if they have him win, doesn't mean as much, except for maybe Mason Ryan. So I was justified in my pick. I was just way off on it. But anyway, Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes are the sole survivors, so I'm now 2-1. The World Heavyweight title match, Big Show won exactly the way I knew he was going to win. DQ, and Mark Henry retains. End of story on that one, except for a lot of boring chants. And D'Lo Brown, D'Lo Brown. That was fantastic. And those that watch the pay-per-view know what I'm talking about. For those that don't, you're just going to have to leave a comment or try to figure it out on Twitter or go read the results somewhere, because I'm not going to tell you, because it's funnier that way. The WWE title match, I tweeted when CM Punk came out, I said, you know what? His entrance has a little hint of the Money in the Bank feel. It just has that feel that something's not going to go like you think it's going to go. Or I think it was going to go. A lot of people picked CM Punk to win the title. I thought they weren't going to do it because it would overshadow The Rock. And, you know, The Rock did this huge promo that wasted a whole lot of time that was stupid. How much more over do you think The Rock can get? Vince is treating him like, I don't know, Vince has got to be sucking his dick every chance he gets because he's putting him over and making him the biggest star ever, which is an argument that he is the biggest wrestling star ever, but, you know, there's a lot of guys that could make that claim and be very much justified on it. But anyway, CM Punk wins with the Anaconda Vice, which I absolutely love. So at this point, I'm 3-2 with my predictions. The Rock and Cena win, so I'm 4-2 overall. And I'm not going to talk about that match because there's no point in it. Everybody else is going to talk about it. Who cares? I hate The Rock, and I hate everything that they're doing with The Rock, making him out to be this biggest thing ever. But it's all going to come full circle at WrestleMania. It just sucks that we have to hear this, like the WWE kissing The Rock's ass for a year, for over a year, since February of this year to next April. We have to hear and think and know that The Rock is whatever. It's stupid. I hate it. I'm done with it. Okay, I don't want to even talk about it no more. And I know that that's probably what a lot of people want me to talk about, but I don't give a shit. I'm tired of talking about it. I don't care. It's dumb. It's stupid. They put The Rock on this huge pedestal, and it is the first match in 7 years, and they act like he's there all the time, and he's not. I mean, you know, so yeah, put Cena over in this. But anyway, Cena's going to go over at WrestleMania. We all know that. So, little rant, done, whatever. I give the pay-per-view a 9.5 only because of the last match. The last match was good. It was very predictable though. So that's what took it off for me. But everything else on the card was so good that even the main event couldn't kill the 9.5 rating for me. And that is the correct rating, by the way, a 9.5. Not a 10 and not a 9, a 9.5. So if you don't like it, fine. If you do, great. Anyway, what did you think of the pay-per-view? What rating did you give the pay-per-view for those of you who watched it? I would love to hear your opinions about it. That doesn't mean I'm going to change mine, but I always like to hear people's opinions about it anyway. So, for Chaos, deuces, I'm done. I will see you tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw preview.